There is a silent war being waged for the most valuable territory that exists. It is not fought with weapons or soldiers, it is fought with words. And the battlefield is your mind. If you've ever walked away from a conversation feeling deeply confused, questioning your own memory, or feeling a knot of guilt in your stomach for no reason you can name, this message is your weapon. What you're about to learn was suppressed for a reason. It's a form of psychological manipulation so advanced, so subtle, that its victims blame themselves for their own poisoning. This is the dark art of stealth gaslighting, and by the end of this video, you will possess the 3 keys to detect it, defuse it, and reclaim the sovereignty of your own mind. The architects of confusion rely on your ignorance. That ends now. This isn't about simple lies. This is reality manipulation. It's a spiritual and psychological hijacking where someone seeks to become the sole author of your truth. Their goal is to disconnect you from your inner compass, your intuition, because a person who doesn't trust themselves is easy to control. Ancient esoteric traditions called this soul binding. Modern psychology calls it gaslighting. Recognize these 3 signs. Sign 1, the manufactured paradox. You constantly question yourself. This is the foundational move. The gaslighter doesn't just tell you you're wrong, they create a logical paradox you cannot win. They will use proof that doesn't exist. Everyone thinks you're overreacting. Who is everyone? They won't say. They use circular logic that always ends with you being at fault. You express a hurt feeling, they counter with a greater, older grievance, flipping the victim and offender roles. This creates cognitive dissonance. Your brain struggles to hold 2 conflicting realities, your experience versus their narrative. To resolve the painful dissonance, your psyche's only escape is to assume you are the problem. This is an attack on your prefrontal cortex, the seat of logic and reasoning. By flooding it with unsolvable paradoxes, they force it into shutdown. You feel mentally exhausted, foggy, and incapable of forming a coherent argument. You are not losing your mind. Your mind is being systematically overloaded. The anchor phrase to listen for: you're misremembering. I never said that. You must have dreamed it. You're so sensitive, I can never say anything right. Sign 2. The blurring. Reality starts to shift. This is the second phase, where the initial doubt matures into a full-scale erosion of your perception. Once your self-trust is weakened, the gaslighter begins to edit shared history. They will recount events with glaring inaccuracies, not just about what was said, but about the energy and intent behind it. I wasn't angry, I was just concerned. They deny your emotional reality, which is the most intimate truth you possess. Over time, you stop keeping a mental record because you believe that record is faulty. You become reliant on their version of events, handing them the keys to your past. This targets the hippocampus, the brain's center for memory. By constantly challenging your recall, they force it into a state of uncertainty. Memories become malleable. You don't forget. You are coerced into re-remembering according to their script. This is why victims often feel a pervasive sense of unreality. They're living in someone else's fabricated world. The anchor phrase to listen for: you're remembering the emotion, not the facts. It didn't happen like that. You're making a big deal out of nothing. Sign 3. The spiritual guilt. You feel wrong for protecting yourself. This is the master stroke, the final lock on the prison of manipulation. They weaponize your humanity against you. The moment you sense the manipulation and try to set a boundary or name the behavior, they perform a masterful maneuver. DARVO: deny, attack, reverse victim and offender. They deny any wrongdoing, attack your character for accusing them. I can't believe you'd think I'm that kind of person, and thus become the victim of your false accusation. Your act of self-preservation is framed as an attack on them. Your empathy, your desire to be fair and good, is twisted into a tool for your own control. This triggers a deep-seated fear of abandonment and social rejection. Being framed as the bad guy or the crazy one is so terrifying that many would rather accept the guilt and apologize than risk that isolation. The gaslighter makes upholding your truth a socially punishable offense. The anchor phrase to listen for: "You're hurting me by saying this. After all I've done for you, this is how you repay me? I guess I'm just the villain in your story." Knowing these signs changes everything. You are no longer swimming in a fog of confusion. You have a map. This knowledge is your spiritual antivirus. It scans incoming information and flags manipulation attempts in real time. Your truth is not negotiable. It is the unshakable ground of your being. From this moment forward, you must reclaim your inner authority. Verbally affirm, "I trust my perception," daily. This rebuilds the neural pathways of self-trust. Document your reality. Keep a private, hidden journal. Write down events and conversations immediately. This is your objective ledger against the subjective blur. Enforce radical boundaries. Anyone who consistently triggers these 3 signs does not deserve access to your energy. Create distance. Your peace is non-negotiable. Those who ignore these signs will remain prisoners in a cage they cannot see. But you have just been given the key. The door is open. Walk through it. You now see the architecture of control, the manufactured paradox, the blurring, the spiritual guilt. This is forbidden knowledge for a reason. It renders their tactics useless. You are now in the 3% who can see the invisible war. If you felt the energy of this truth reverberate in your soul, smash the like button. This algorithm is a test. Only those who are truly awakened will engage. Comment: "I am anchored." Below to declare to the universe that you have chosen power over panic. Subscribe now, because tomorrow I will expose the one dark psychological trigger that the elite use to control the masses. A video so dangerous it may not stay up for long. You are not a victim of the world's chaos. You are an observer, a master, a calm god moving through a storm of your own creation. The truth has been revealed. What you do with it is your power.